Good morning, and welcome to the 4 o'clock Garden Club's bench. So basically, I want to talk to you guys about my favorite kind of beauty. It's the beauty of resilience. You see, this garden and this house have been here since 1908. Now, I am under the assumption that both the garden and the house have been seriously renovated and maintained during that time. I would be foolish to think that these were unchanging things. But they do change, and that's part of what makes them amazing. Because in spite of how much they've changed, they've remained the principle of being beautiful. And that resilience, that beauty, is part of what makes them resilient. Because no one cares to maintain or renovate a garden that no one likes. And that's what I love about it. You see, it's that love and affection that people gave this place that made it resilient. It's that relationship between this community and this garden that makes it resilient. And I think that's what's awesome about resilience. I think that's what's awesome about beauty that lasts, is these are things that work together. See, I love things that last. And the truth is, as those things change and as life comes its way, things get scarred, things get messed up, and things get ruined. But I think it's kind of beautiful that those things remain anyway. That they keep a story written on their beauty. Sometimes I think it's those scars that really add to it. I think, in a way, it's that apparent difficulty of that beauty that makes it absolutely brilliant. And I think sometimes we neglect that. We think we have to cover up those scars. We have to cover up those stories. We have to cover up the dirty parts of our past in order to be beautiful. But the reality is that history is a diverse an amazing place. It's complicated and it's twisted and it's got all sorts of problems, but it's also got all sorts of good. And that good deserves to be highlighted. So when I think of what lasts, I think of principles. Principles that survive. Survive longer than my lifetime, longer than yours, your neighbors, longer than your grandparents, longer than any of us, really. There are a lot of principles like that. One of them is how beautiful a garden can be. One of the best illustrations of those principles is that people change. People change all the time. From year to year, from day to day, people are changing things. We are not stagnant characters or stagnant personalities. We are absolutely full to the brim of changes. Changes new and old, changes good and bad. But the point is that we change. Even though we change, you and I, we change from year to year, and who I am this year might not be the same person I was last year. In spite of that, I have friends whose relationship with me is resilient. In spite of how much change and turmoil and chaos there is in the world, humans, we stick together. In fact, we do it pretty well. At the end of the day, even those relationships don't last forever. Nothing does. We all eventually have to pass that threshold into the unknown. So the question is there beauty in that? But isn't there? I don't know. It's just a hard question. But I think there is. I think there is beauty in spite of that. I think the resilience of beauty outlasts us. And by that, I'm not sure how to illustrate it because so many different types of people have come and gone. So many groups of people have come and gone. So many ways of life have come and gone. So many movements have risen and fallen. So I guess the question is there anything that truly lasts forever?